Okay, techies, in this video we are going to be moving our file from our laptop in our rooms to the GitHub platform. So we are going to be focusing on commit, we are going to focus on messaging, and we are going to be focusing on pushing. So commit, add message, and push, those are the terms, the terminologies, but in the real sense of it, it's just publishing your file or saving your file or uploading your file online. I will assume that you are interested in this because you are probably a programmer, data engineer, a developer, probably a business analyst, data analyst, and all that, and you are interested in being able to save your files in a remote repository, in a remote place where others can access them. Most of my students, why they are interested in this is because they want to be able to work together, sharing, remote working together. They want to be able to access each other's work, or they want to be able to contribute, and that is a very important point. Before we start, I want to assume that you already have your development environment. So the first step is for us to open the folder where we have our work. Which folder? So I have a folder that I already prepared for this project. It's on desktop, the Git demo, I call it. So follow me as I work with the Git demo. The Git demo folder is currently empty. As you can see, there's nothing in there. If there's anything in there, you will see it here. So we'll just create a folder, name it HT. Okay, we'll name it main.html, depending on the one that you are working with. If you are working with HTML, you are doing Python, whatever project you are doing, is the same process. It is the same process. You want to save your file, your work on a remote platform. That is just like I upload my Google document or my Google file, just like I upload my Word document on Google Drive. It's just the same concept. The difference here is that other people will be able to access your work if you want them to. That is, if you push it for private or you push it to public, it will be accessible to others if you want them to be able to access it. Then you'll be able to work with other people. You'll be able to access changes made by other people. Those are the reasons why this is even different. Even for the use of Google Drive, is the same process. You can share with people and people can access the document and edit with you. So just that simple, nothing biggie. So let's go through it step by step. So for you to be interested, it is assumed that you already have a development environment, I'm using VS Code. I hope you are using VS Code as well so that you can follow me. It is also assumed that you have Git installed. To be able to know which Git you have, let's do this later. To be able to know which Git you have installed, you can check from your terminal. My terminal is here, new terminal. So you do git space -- version. So that's the version of Git that I have installed. It's that simple. That's that. It is also assumed that you have a GitHub account. If you don't have one, open one. It's simple. Just log in with your email address, your username, and your password, and you already have a GitHub account. So you'll be able to save your work online. You'll be able to save your work from your local system to a remote platform, Okay, so we have something written out. This is just generic HTML codes, the head, the body, and the HTML itself. So let's say we have this written out. So you save your work. I did Ctrl S. I did Ctrl S to save it. You have saved your work, and you want to publish on GitHub. There are two major ways of interacting with GitHub or of using Git. So the first major one is by using the graphical user interface. That is the GUI. It's easy for everyone, especially people that are not programming, people that are not coding. So this one is easy for you. You just use your source control, and from there you can do anything relating to Git, at least for that does not require you to be able to code excessively. But if you are a programmer, you are a developer, the second major way is by using your terminal, by using your command line. So the command line interface will be something that a developer will have to really learn. Just a few Linux commands here and there and you'll be good, really. You don't have to go deep into Linux command. But for this session, for the purpose of this tutorial, we are going to focus on the GUI for now, that is the graphical user interface, using our source control. In the next video, we'll focus on learning some Linux commands and then using our command line to do this same process, these same steps, and see how it goes, because that will be more useful for people that are into programming, developers, engineers, and all that. So let's dive into it. We have our codes ready. We want to save this document. We want to upload it to GitHub. So I have my folder. Let's go back there. I have my folder Git demo, follow closely, and I have the file main.html, and I've saved my work. That's the third step. Save your work. Command save or Control S, whichever works for you if you are using a Windows laptop. Now, the first step in uploading this is go to your source control, initialize repository. So having initialized repository, add message before you commit. Adding message is very important for description of the step that you took. Let's say you added something like, I just wrote out, this is a demo session. I want my colleagues that are going to be accessing this folder to understand what I'm doing. If I made a change on a particular project or a code or a session, I want them to understand what I've done in that step, in that change that I've made. So that is why messaging is very important. When you want to add message, make sure it's clear, make sure it's readable, make sure it's sensible, somebody can understand, and make sure that you are not repeating the same message for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 changes. It is better you have clear explanation of the change that you have made. That's why messaging is good. Each commit, each change that you make is going to have their own unique ID, so it's not going to be messed up. So after we have made the changes, the message is our first our main file, because this is the first file that we are uploading. So after you have done the messaging, then you click on the commit. So now, we are on our local desktop, we are on our VS Code. The job of the VS Code now is to link itself to my own GitHub repository platform, my accounts. So that is going to be the next process. So there are no staged changes to commit. Would you like to stage all your changes and commit them directly? Yes. So now I've commit and I've done the messaging. The next step is publish. Where do you want to publish? Publish to GitHub privately, publish to GitHub public repository. I want to publish publicly. Okay, successful publish to Dr. Vicky repository. So open GitHub. Okay, fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know it's even open already. But if you are somebody that you have never linked your Git to your VS Code, so if you are somebody that you have not linked your Git to your VS Code, it's straightforward, it's easy. What it will do is prompt you the same way it prompts me. Oh, do you want to publish this? Then you say yes, you say yes, you say yes. Then it will ask you to log in. it will prompt you to log in your username, your password. If it's automatically saved already, you just click publish, and that's it. Now, is it not easy? It's very easy, right? So we have published this file. This file is automatically online for everybody to access because I put it in public repository. So let's confirm that. Are you following? Are you following? They are following. Okay, so we want to check if we have it. So this is the folder, Git demo, and this is the file, our main file. Can you see the message? The message that we put, our main file, is already there, and the whole codes that are in the document, they are all clearly written out. So this file can be accessed by anybody that I want to access them, and like I said, it will have a unique ID. This is the unique ID here, and it's 1 minute, 2 minutes ago. Now the history is here just to monitor progress on this particular file. So I hope that is clear enough. Let's go back to the folder. This is the folder here. This is the main file. This is the message, and it was published 2 minutes ago. So we've been able to publish my file on my laptop to GitHub. Now, those are the steps. The first step, having your work ready. The second step, save your work. Control S or Control Save, whatever you want to use, or right click and save. After that, click on, let's go to the after you have saved your work, go to your source control and follow the steps. You want to commit, press on commit. That put a clear message to describe what you have done, and then you publish to GitHub. It will prompt you to put in your details, your password, credentials, and all that, and it will be published to GitHub automatically. So it's not more than that. I hope you will be able to follow that and publish your work.